Hey, this is CJ. Just decided to do an unboxing video of the Castle product line. Very excited to be running these guys at the Rory Nats. Actually been running these guys for a while. Just decided to get some fresh products for the big race. Definitely excited. It's my first Rory race and couldn't be happier to representing Castle for this race. So big thanks to them for all the support. Big shout out to Joe Ford for all his help. Definitely the man I can rely on for anything. So let's get to the products. First off, we got the Castle connectors, 6.5 millimeter males. These connectors are awesome. They can handle 200 amps of current compared to, let's say, a Dean's plug that only has like around 90. So big thing in the arsenal right here. Plugs, can't have failures there. We got your standard high current 6.5 millimeter bullets, and I'll be running that in the 1415 censored motor, as they come with 4 millimeters, so I can run it with the Mamba Monster X. Mentioning that, let's do a quick unbox of the Mamba Monster X. Got your driver's ed guide right there, very helpful, always good. Comes with the wires you need, with another 6.5 millimeter bullets with heat shrink, so you can solder up that to any motor. You got your ESC right there. Take it out the little foam box. Very packed well. Take the foam out. There you go. You got an extra long lead with your auxiliary port, your standard on and off switch. The ESC is waterproof for those bashers out there, but it's also a great racer. Been running this for several months and had zero problems. Always runs cool, even in 110 degree heat. So very good ESC. You got your A, B, and C marks right there, and you actually have a sensor port that's removable. Right now it's set up for sensorless. This guy removes, and you just plug in your sensor port adapter. That's the Mamba Monster X. Let's go to the Mamba X SCT edition. Neatly packed. This is actually a different packaging design. Lets you know all Castle products, such as this one I'm doing right now, did come in saran wrap, but for ease of the video, I pre-did it. That way it's a little easier. Let's go to the Mamba Monster, or I should say the Mamba X. I've been running this ESC in my 10 scale vehicles. However, you can run this in the 8 scale. It operates at 25.5 volts, so you could run 4S on this baby if you want a lighter ESC. It does have an aluminum case, which is very nice. Again, you got your driver's ed guide. Very nice. And there's the Mamba X. Very nice ESC, very smooth. Definitely durable. As you can see, you got your aluminum case right there. The Castle inscribed, overpowering RC since 1997. Got your 4 millimeter bullet plugs right there. Wires are already prepped. Got your long wire right there with your auxiliary port. And here's the sensor port I was actually talking about earlier. This is really cool because, like I said earlier, if this gets ripped out or whatever on a regular ESC, your ESC's toast. But on the Castle ESC, you could actually remove it by simply unscrewing these screws and pull the sucker out, put a new one in if it ever gets damaged. And you can put your sensor port right there, so you actually can plug it in, not have to yank it out of the actual ESC. So that's very cool. Like I said, 6S, and it's got an 8 amp peak BEC. That's very cool. So any power hungry servo, this guy can handle it. Also, the Mamba Monster X, same thing. 6S LiPo Max, 8 amp BEC. Very nice product. Top of the line, censored sensor CSC. Let's go to the motors now. We got our 14 series, specifically the 1410 3800 Castle motor. This is what I'll be running the short course truck, Techno SCT 410.3 at the Rory Nats. Now you got your little setup guide here too. Make sure you solder it, label it all the way. A little instruction, always neat to have. Got your sensor cable, standard. Very nice. They also give you a little screw set. Make sure you got the right screws in that motor mount, that way you're not stripping. Very easy access, very nice. Let's bust this baby out. This is the Castle 3800 4-pole. This is on the Roar approved list for short course 4x4s. You got your Castle inscribed right there. Got your A, B, and C marks right there, already pre-soldered with your 4mm connectors right there. So it's basically just mount and ready to play right there. So that's the Castle motor, 3800. Nice and smooth. Going to the next 1415 series. This is also a short course motor, but it happens to be a 550 can compared to the 3800, which is a 540 can. Nice tightly packaged. You got your driver's ed guide right there with all the right marks. Another sensor cable, which is always nice. And you got your hardware mounted up correctly. And they actually give you in this set female sets of the 4mm bullets, so very easy if your ESC doesn't already have it. And this is the 1415 2400 motor. Now this motor can operate on 3S and 4S. Now if you run 4S, you're gonna have to gear it real low, but it can tolerate the 4S. 3S is probably gonna be the sweet spot. Being that it's a 1415 motor and such a low kV, it's going to want to be ran in like an 8 scale e-buggy light or a really heavy short course. But it's also a really good basher because it's a bigger can, can hold more of the torque, longer run times, cooler run times, just an overall better, bigger motor. There's your 5mm shaft. Got your 75,000 RPM max. So I may run this weekend in the e-buggy light class. We'll see if it's in the Roar Nats race or not. So far there's only 2 entries, but got it just in case. And now we got the big dog right here, the full 1800 4-pole 8 scale motor. I've been running this guy for several months. This is going to go on my Truggy. Also the little quick setup guide right there. The female 6.5mm bullet connectors, very nice. We got your censored cable, standard. And we got the Mega 8 scale motor. Very cool, very well built. Got your 10 gauge wire on this sucker, the 6.5mm bullets. As you can see, it's bright green, 1512 can. It is on the Roar approved motor list, as are the others. But very well built. Pre-soldered, A, B, and C, sensor port right there. I ran this, probably the highest temp I ever got out of it is 143. Not gonna lie. Longest I run it, probably 20 minutes. Had no temperature issues. So that's gonna be the Castle lineup. If you guys have any questions, just put in the comments. But just over a quick overview. New Castle product line is censored. Never had a problem with power. Always made run times. Very smooth. No reason why high-level racers don't want to run these products. They've honestly saved me in a few races. Didn't have to worry about any motor failure, ESC failure. I know when I go on the track, I'm going to be safe and I'm going to make it. And if anything goes wrong, it's my fault. It's not the car's fault. So you want good electronics, you want to keep you going on the track, choose Castle Creation motors and ESCs. Talk to you guys later. I'm ready for the Roar Nats, and this is what I'm running.